Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. You're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. You're so hypnotic, magical. No, you're so hypnotic, magical.
Good afternoon and welcome to Saul Gittleman Park here on the campus of Tufts University for the Battle of Boston between the Jumbos and the Beacons from UMass Boston. Riley Daniel here inside the booth as the Jumbos return home from spring break in California, looking to turn their season around for the first time since 1988. They return to Medford post spring break below 500 at 5-9 on the season, but they have a chance to start making their case and returning to form here today against the Beacons of UMass Boston before NESCAC play begins at the weekend when the Bates Bobcats come to town. On the mound today for the Jumbos will be the sophomore Michael O'Brien, making his third appearance of the year. O'Brien has struggled in his limited appearances so far this year, looking to really get himself going, as he has really struggled, especially with location. A 2.83 whip in his first 4 appearances so far this year, pitching 6 innings, giving up 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 of which were earned. But I think the most important stat in that is his 10 walks he's had in the 6 innings, something he really needs to avoid today if he wants to help his team. And as we take a look here around at this jumbo defense, some usual faces running for the Bows, as of course Ben Leonard, who has been everything for this team, in left, Henry Fleckner in center, Cooper Smith back to his normal spot in right, across the infield, Lisco, McCullough, Ozzie Fleischer, James Henshin, Connor Brawley going to do the catching, and of course it will be Michael O'Brien on the mound. Leading off here for the Beacons, number 21, Justin Gouveia. Lefty-lefty match-off to lead us off. And the first pitch, grounded foul. Gouveia on the season, a .358 hitter with a .936 OPS. The 0-1 from O'Brien. Off-speed shot to McCullough. Gets behind it and fires onto first. And they're going to say Lisco held the bag. Jumbos might have gotten away with one there. But O'Brien not going to complain. 2 pitches, 1 down. And that'll bring up Boston Burris, the third baseman for the Beacons. Burris hitting .346 on the year. Has started all 14, now 15 games for this UMass Boston squad, which comes into today 10-4. And he swings and misses at that one, quickly down 0-2. The 0-2. Off speed, and Burris saw it, letting it go for ball 1. O'Brien looking for the put away pitch. Burris looking to just keep seeing more. The 1-2 outside, 2-2 now. O'Brien with 4 Ks in his 6 innings of work on the air. The 2-2. Just a little low, and I'll run the count full. So after going down 0-2, Burris works it all the way back. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, and O'Brien chases the K. A great pitch there from Mike O'Brien. That fastball to the outside of the zone with some arm side run. Burris no chance. He'll bring up Richard Williams, the center fielder, hitting third today. And he takes that one on the inside corner for strike 1. Williams leading the Beacons in batting average, hitting .419 on the year, a 1.015 OPS, which is ridiculously impressive to see someone above a 1,000 OPS. The 1-1. Off speed, catches the outside corner, and O'Brien's a strike away from a 1-2-3 first. The 1-2. Swung on, foul back. O'Brien thought he fooled him, but a really good job from Williams to get a piece of it. O'Brien sets, fires. Chops to third, past Henshin, Fleischer on the backhand, fires, but he's not going to get it in time. An infield single for Williams. Good effort there from Henshin, but he just couldn't get across to it. Fleischer did everything he could, but that one too far in the backhand hole for the NESCAC Defensive Player of the Year to do anything with it. Mike Meeker going to step in now. Williams, 2 steals on the year on 4 attempts. And a good stop there by Brala on the 1-0. Meeker at bat. Elliot Miles, the sophomore, on deck. The 1-0 from O'Brien is an off-speed that looks to have missed just low. Two-0 from O'Brien, a fastball that catches the inside corner. Brian working with some good speed here in the top of the first. The 2-1 is a little bit outside there. That'll run the count 3-1 now. And O'Brien has to dig in. That'll run the count full. Runner will be off and moving here on the pitch. O'Brien looks at his arm sleeve. Now comes set. A full count delivery. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Williams did not get a great jump there. Be interested to see if he looks to improve upon it here, put himself in a position where he could score on a gapper. That one downstairs and a walk earned by the senior catcher. So 2 on and 2 out now for Elliot Miles, the sophomore shortstop. Miles digs in as O'Brien comes set. Off speed slipped on the release. And it's 1-0. This is not unusual for O'Brien, who has gotten himself some quick outs at times, but really struggled to put away innings, already up to 21 pitches. That one upstairs, 2-0. O'Brien, with a little bit of a grimace on his face, comes set. The 2-0 is hammered, but well foul. That's going to end up halfway to Spicer. Miles with a massive cut, but was well ahead of it. The 2-1. Good block. Brawl looking to throw to third. And getting there is Williams. Did he come off? No, he did not, says the umpire. So the 2 runners will advance. We'll see how they score that. Probably a wild pitch. It'll run the count 3-1 now. That one catches the bottom of the zone. So a full count pitch coming to Miles here. 2 in scoring position, 2 down in what has been a very lively top of the first. The payoff. Chopped down the third base line, but foul. O'Brien looking in here. This will be pitch number 28 of his first inning. And he bounces it in there. That'll load the bases. So after getting 2 quick outs to start the day, Michael O'Brien loads the bases here for Jimenez. And before the senior from Waltham, Mass can step in, Jumbo's going to go have a visit with their sophomore southpaw. O'Brien with 2 walks in the inning after giving up the infield single to Williams. Jimenez, a very dangerous hitter for this Beacon squad. Hitting .286 on the year with a .785 OPS. 14 hits, including 12 RBIs, 17 total bases. And a really shocking number, has been hit by 6 pitches in 14 games. Something Michael O'Brien needs to avoid doing at all costs here as the bases are loaded. Nowhere to put Jimenez. First pitch goes past Bralla, coming home, flips it, and they will not get the tag. Second runner coming. He's going to be tagged out on a crazy play. The Beacons will get 1. The Jumbos will get the 3rd out, and O'Brien will get the worst of that collision. We go to the bottom of the 1st here. 1-0 UMass Boston after an insane play. We'll be back. Welcome back here to Saul Gettleman Field. After that chaotic ending to the top of the 1st, the ruling from the scorer there, runner advancing on the pass ball will score, so an unearned run for the Beacons. Nothing charged to O'Brien. We'll see if he's okay and able to continue in the 2nd. And a really, really heads-up play by A.J. Lisco there to recognize that his pitcher was down, wasn't going to be able to grab that ball, and that the 2nd runner was coming. He was able to read it, make the tag, and get the Jumbos out of a dangerous situation with only 1 run of damage. Now steps up Ben Leonard, who has been nothing short of sensational so far this year. Leonard hitting .388 with a .1243 OPS. And he takes ball 1 outside. On the mound here for the Beacons is Connor Curtis. The 1-0 got confused with the catcher. That one goes through to the backstop. Quickly 2-0 here. Curtis with a 5.19 ERA coming into today. 1-1 on the year in his 2 starts. Curtis comes set. The 2-1. Blair down the 3rd baseline, but that's going to dip foul. As Leonard almost had himself an excuse me single. as we'll take a look at this UMass Boston defense. Jimenez, Williams, and Gavea in the outfield. Burris, Miles, Farnasi, and Levine in the infield, and Meager doing the catching for Curtis, who comes home with the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Gets an early K of Ben Leonard. And it'll be AJ Lisko stepping up into the 2-hole today, with Max Pavlik taking the day off. Let's go, the very powerful sophomore first baseman in a jumbo lineup full of lefties, trying to get that left-right advantage against Curtis, who absolutely fools Lisko with the off-speed stuff. Curtis shakes off Meager. Comes set. Just missed outside. Looked pretty good from up here. The 1-1 now. Just missed Lisko. Not particularly close to the zone there. And the 2-1. Curtis rocks, fires, misses low, and Lisko puts himself in a hitter's count. The 3-1 to number 34. Swung on down the left field line. Could be some trouble. That is going to be almost caught spectacularly. They're going to say Jimenez was in foul territory when he made contact with the ball. So it'll be a long, exciting foul ball that runs the count full. And I think, though I don't have an exact view on it, that was the right call from the umpire. Curtis comes set with the payoff. Rocks, fires, and misses low. A 6-pitch walk earned there from AJ Lisko. Really good at bat from the sophomore. Curtis asking for a fresh ball, was not happy with that one. As it will be Cooper Smith to dig in here. Smith's had a very good start to the season, hitting .379 in his first 14 games. Leads the Jumbos in hits with 22, 24 total bases. Has not had a lot of extra base hits, only 2 on the year, but has been really good at getting the ball in play and letting things happen. But doesn't swing there at that one that catches the outside corner. Curtis looks over at Lisko. Comes home. That one hangs up. Smith flares it into shallow right field. Coming on, that's going to drop in front. Throw to second, and they're going to get him on the force. Great play there by Gavea. He froze Lisko, who wasn't sure if that ball was going to drop, then fired to second to get the force out. So Smith will replace Lisko at first base on the fielder's choice. Not something you see every day, a 9-6 fielder's choice. It'll bring up the freshman James Henshin. That one catches the bottom of the zone for strike one. The 0-1 hangs and cuts across for strike two. And the freshman's going to have to defend the plate now. The 0-2. Good hustle from the freshman to win that down the line. An infield single for the freshman, and 2 on, 2 out here, and an opportunity for Henry Fleckner. Fleckner up here has struggled to start this year, has the senior, only hitting .250. Was an above 300 hitter for his career coming into his senior season. Great play on the backhand by Meager to keep that in front of him, preventing Smith from advancing to third. No throw there, and the runners will both advance. 2 now in scoring position for Fleckner. And a just wise decision there from Meager. Realized he didn't have the play to get Smith at third. Could have potentially knocked down Henshin at second, but the risk reward just wasn't. Into right field. That one going back towards the wall, but it'll hang up. And Govier will catch it for out number 3. The Jumbos, just like the Beacons, strand 2. We go to the second. 1-0 UMass Boston. Welcome back here to Saul Goodman Field. We'll go through the Beacons starting lineup here. Now that we have a chance, it'll be Gavea leading off, Burris, then Williams, Meager in the cleanup spot, Miles and Jimenez, who you already saw. Jimenez will lead off this inning, though, because he didn't actually get a chance to round out the 9 for the Beacons. And here in the second inning, they will be facing off against Hunter Beindorf, the grad student righty for the Jumbos, who comes in to replace O'Brien after an inning of work. It's what we suspected up here in the booth pregame. It is a bullpen day for Brian Stark, and that means an inning and done for Mike O'Brien. Whether that was the plan or not, that is the outcome after that, 2. And the first pitch well outside for ball 1. The 1-0, foul back. But he's going to walk it off gingerly. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. The off-speed fools Jimenez. Beindorf has 5 Ks coming into today in 6 2/3 innings pitched. As he faces off here against Brandon Gear and fires. A 1 catches the bottom of the zone, and Beindorf quickly ahead here. The righty looking for a 3-pitch punch out. Ball just couldn't quite frame the corner. 1-2. Missed somewhere. Beindorf not particularly happy. He thought it was strike 3. In front of Fleckner. And a good job there from Brandon Gear. Fighting, and finally seeing a pitch to hit, making the Jumbos pay. So bring up the 8-hitter here in the first baseman, Jacob Levine. Here, not much of a threat on the base pass. 1 for 2 in steal attempts on the season. The 0-1. Takes a look over at first as Beindorf. Now comes set. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. A second K here in the second inning for Hunter. And a really good response after letting Gear get on. Eerily reminiscent. Beindorf trying to prevent that right now. Almost made it worse. Almost hit Farnashi there. But he gets out of the way and will live to see another pitch. The 1-0. Fouled out of play. A nice foot stop there by one of the Beacon's assistant coaches. The 1-1 chopped back to the mound. Beindorf fires to first. And the Jumbos get out of the inning unscathed. A hit for the Beacons, but that's all they can do against Hunter Beindorf, who records 2 Ks in the second. We go to the bottom half, 1-0 Beacons. Welcome back to Gettleman and Jack Kamen in the DH spot today, facing off against Connor Curtis. First pitch swinging, but sends it into the Jumbo dugout. A 1 drops in there. The 1-1. Squibb to first. And taking care of that himself will be Levine. Had to race over, but was always going to bring up Connor Brala here in the 7-hole. Brala has really took advantage of his expanded role so far this year, hitting guys with 5. And that one, mercy. Gonna catch Connor Brala up high. And we're gonna step aside momentarily with a 10-2 Connor Brala. Welcome back here. Nick Banner. So Brawler will be done. Banner gonna go run. And will take over the catching duties from the senior. Giving the messages. Brian Stark still hasn't sent Banner over. I think he's... so we're just playing a little bit of a waiting game here in Medford. Is whether or not Brawler needs to go through some sort of testing before he's eligible to return. But Stark does not want to lose his here. Banner has the helmet on, looks ready to run. But Stark continues to ask questions of the umpire. A little bit of a tough situation for Ozzy Fleischer, who's on deck. Not a great one for Connor Curtis either, who's been kind of just standing on the mound for about 6 or 7 minutes now, trying not to get too cold. What is not a particularly brutal day here in Medford, but cannot be described as warm. Especially if you're standing still on the pitcher's mound. Not been told anything up here in the press box. And now we officially play can resume in Medford. So the freshman gonna go run. Curtis takes a look at him, then comes grad student captain of this Jumbo's team. A leader on and off the field. Has struggled at the plate so far this year, yes. But has not really shown his patience that he was known for in previous years. Only 2 walks in the first 14 games of the Jumbo's season. Curtis looks in. Now comes set. The 1-2. Foul back. We'll do it again. Curtis, a very deliberate pitcher, wants to make sure. Swung on and missed. A half-hearted. So bring up Jesse McCullough in the 9-hole. Looking to serve kind of that second leadoff role that Brian Stark. Getting a paltry 179 in the first 14 games of the year. Does have a 591 OPS. And 5 RBIs despite only having 7 hits. So has done some damage when he's put the ball in a good spot. The problem for him is that's been few and far between in the early season. Oh, 1 to McCullough. Catches the inside corner. And it's 0-2 in this inning. The 0-2 is lined up the middle into center field. McCullough does his job, and 2 on for Ben Leonard with 2 down. Great at-bat there from Jesse McCullough. Went down 0-2, didn't try and do too much with it, was not fooled at all by the off-speed that hung up in the zone and sent it right back from where it came. 2 on for Ben Leonard, who has been the guy for this Jumbo's team. Leads the team in almost every offensive category time. Not sure which side it was. First pitch to Leonard. Banner on second, McCullough on first. Leonard at the plate. Should it matter, AJ Lisco on deck. Well played by Miles to keep it in front of him, as Curtis thought there was a timing play on, and the sophomore did not. The 1-0 upstairs to Leonard, 2-0. Sets and fires. Catches the top of the zone. Leonard thought it was ball 3. Jumbo fans not particularly happy with the call. The 2-1. And for the second consecutive inning, the Jumbos strand 2. We go to the third. The Beacons still lead 1-0. As we get set to start the third inning, looks like Brawla came back out, going back to the dugout, as Banner is ready to here for the Jumbos. Has been pretty good so far. Well, only 4 earned runs. Top of this Beacons lineup with Gavia. Good framing there from Banner. The 1-1. Great job framing that pitch from Nick Banner. Beacons. 1-2, same pitch. This one, good read from Gavea. He saw the last pitch, was expecting it, was able to adjust to it. A trip back to the dugout without anything to show for your at-bat. That missed somewhere. That one high and outside for ball. From his reaction, as if Burris managed to get away at that. And a 3-0, so you're not going to get called in many counts. Big time cut from Boston Burris. Soft hit single for the... Burris gets on for the first time today. Single to Ozzie Fleischer. Burris is 7 for 7 on his stolen one inside, ball 1. The Beacons back. Choice, Lisco fired to Fleischer. Burris on the base paths. In. First time up. Reached on a... Check on the runner. Diving back. For the cleanup catcher. clips the catcher, and Jimenez at the plate. Everyone ducking their head in unison to avoid the foul ball. Miles back in and wearing the one. Banner looked like he wanted to throw. Miles. So a double steal and 2 in scoring position with Miles up. That. The Jumbo bullpen. Good hustle there from Ben Leonard, but at 3-2. The payoff pitch, and apparently someone hit rewind on the top of the first, because once again, where to put Jimenez as he takes strike one there. Brother is coming home with all that gets into the outfield, will score 2. The width, he's got it, and the Jumbos escape. 6 runners for most runners. Let's go. That's right center. Smith now will step up all into right field. Pitch to Smith. Curtis taking an interest one. Who singled his first time up. Luckily for the Beacons, it lands in foul territory. Checks on, let's go then. Come 3 here in Medford, 1-0 UMass Boston. Sure, he'll have to face off against in the fourth. First pitch and the second one. Off. Did not look from up here like there was any perfect dot from Patrick Fanning. Speaking of ball from the Jumbo bullpen got on the field, so that will not count. And just misses low. Righty working rapidly. Distance to go over the Brown Monster, but was not straight enough. The bat twice and ends up route number 2. A nice inside out swing from Levine, but first time up. That one upstairs. Fanning brought the heat. Couldn't locate it. 1-0 grounded to Fleischer. Sets his feet, fires on to first, and for the first time all day, a 1-2-3 inning. Patrick Fanning does his job. We'll see if the Jumbos can get the bats going as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Connor Curtis back on the mound to begin the fourth. Got through the first 3 innings relatively easily, only had to throw 39 pitches. We'll have to deal with the heart of the jumbo order here. It'll be Fleckner, Kamen, and Banner in the fourth. Fleckner flew out to right field. His first time up. And he might have just done it again, as that one gonna hang up. Gavea under it for out number 1. About as easy as could be for Connor Curtis. Jack Kamen gonna step back in. His first at bat ended in a ground out to Levine. And he takes the off-speed one upstairs for ball 1. The 1-0 cut on and missed. 1-1 now is the count, with 1 out here in the fourth. That one bounced in there. 2-1 to Kamen. The 2-1 flared. Chasing that one back is Farnasi, and he'll get under it for out number 2. And 2 quick outs for Connor Curtis, looking to get another easy inning as he'll face off against Nick Banner in his first at-bat of the day. Banner in his first at-bat of the day. Hitting .214 on the year with a .675 OPS. Does not have an extra base hit. Has walked 4 times in only 14 at-bats. It's ahead 2-0 here. That one catches the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Two-one fouled into the parking lot and hammers a car down there. Your once again reminder not to park in the parking lot here next to Saul Gittleman Field if you don't have your insurance bill up to date. The 2-2 to Banner is lined into right center. That's going to get down. Over to cut it off is Williams, holding the freshman to a single, but a 2-out hit for Nick Banner. Fleischer now will step in. He struck out first time up against Curtis. Was really mentally struggling in that at-bat after having seen his longtime teammate Brawluck get clocked in the face the at-bat prior. This time he swings, makes contact, grounded to short. Tough throw from the backhand made in time by Miles. The sophomore shows off the cannon. The Jumbos strand a 5th runner on the day. And after 4, it's still 1-0. You get an inning. You get an inning. Apparently, everyone gets an inning on the mound today, according to Brian Stark. Jack McLaughlin out on the mound, becoming the 5th Jumbo's pitcher to get an inning here in this midweek non-conference tussle. He'll have to take on 1, 2, and 3 in the Beacons lineup: Gavea, Burris, and Williams. First pitch to Gavea is bounced in there for ball 1. Gavea 0 for 2 on the day, has grounded out to Jesse McCullough both times. That one fouled into the tennis courts for strike 1. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. The off-speed fooled the leadoff man. And now McLaughlin can look for the K. One, two, in there. Froze him with the off-speed. And a backwards K to open things up for Jack McLaughlin. A great off-speed pitch from the southpaw. And Gavea could do nothing but watch and admire. I'll bring up Boston Burris, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Struck out first time up before singling in his last at-bat. And he takes ball 1 there. The 1-0 is well upstairs for ball 2. Could tell that one was going to miss from the second it left McLaughlin's hand. The lefty looks in. Lets the 2-0 go. And Burris plays happy feet to get out of the way. Three 0 now, the count on Burris. Question is, does he have the green light? The answer is no. That one was pretty good, but he let it go anyway. 3-1 now. Burris 346 on the year with a 9.52 OPS. And he hammers that one into left field. A stinging single in front of Ben Leonard. Burris saw what he wanted in the 3-1 pitch and made the most of it. So 1 on, 1 out for Richard Williams. Williams 1 for 2 on the day. Singled and scored first time up before grounding into a fielder's choice in his second at-bat. That one bounced in there. Banner kept it in front of him for a ball. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. A hefty cut from Williams. Runner is going. Banner gets a good throw, and McCullough just couldn't handle the tag before he gets run over at second base. And a good sign for the Jumbos. He's quickly up to his feet. A clean slide from Burris, but McCullough unable to get out of the way and catch the ball in the same motion. And that one is going to sting on a cold day like today. 2-1 now. Bounced in there, 3-1. McLaughlin can afford to throw this one outside the zone. He does have first base to play with now that Burris has taken second. And that's exactly what he does. Nothing to hit to Williams. And it'll bring up Meager, who, though he has had 2 plate appearances today, has yet to record an AB, walking both times. Two on, 1 out. Henshin in slightly at third base, watching out for a potential bunt. Just missing inside is McLaughlin. One out hammered to left field, but it's going to hang up for Leonard. 2 down. So the first time all day, Meager makes contact, but it's hit for a loud out to Ben Leonard. So bring up Miles. He is also yet to record an AB, walking both times. Made that nice defensive play to end the bottom half of the 4th. They'll take that one downstairs for ball 1. The 1-0 foul back. Runners going. Banner not going to throw once again. As for the second time today, the Beacons execute the double steal to perfection. McLaughlin did get the strike, so 1 strike away from getting out of the inning, but 2 runners now in scoring position. 1-2. Downstairs, 2-2. The 2-2 to Miles. Hit straight up. Chasing that one back in center is Fleckner, but he's under it. And another loud out to end the inning. The Beacons strand 2 more. They've left 8 on the base paths through 5 innings. At the halfway point of this one, 1-0 UMass Boston. Welcome back here to Medford. Pitching change time for the Beacons as Angelo Centrone takes to the mound. He has been rock solid for UMass Boston so far this year, a 1.13 ERA in 5 appearances. He's pitched 8 innings in those 5 trips to the mound. He'll have to face off against McCullough, Leonard, and Lisco here in the 5th. McCullough singled in his first at-bat back in the 2nd inning. Fouls that one out of play. 1-1 now. The 1-1 breaks back, but not far enough. 2-1. Centrone comes set. Upstairs to McCullough, 3-1. That one is lined into center field, and Jesse McCullough is starting to get back into form. He's 2 for 2 on the day, and the Jumbos have the leadoff man on. Van Leonard steps up, has struggled so far today with a strikeout and a pop out. Very uncharacteristic for him, who came in to the day leading the Jumbos in hitting at 388. Well ahead of that one. He was trying to make it 2-1 with one swing. The 0-1 catches the top of the zone. And once again, Leonard down in the count. The 0-2. Bounced in there. Runner is going. A cannon down. Does the tag there? No, it was not. A great throw from Meager, but McCullough got around the tag from Elliott Miles. The 1-2 from Centrone. He bounced it again. Meager once again keeps it in front of him. But that'll run the count even at 2-2. Two way outside. And what was once an 0-2 count is now a full one. The payoff pitch to the Jumbos leadoff man is downstairs, ball 4, and Leonard comes all the way back to work the walk. So a big opportunity here for the freshman AJ Lisco. 2 on, nobody out. And it looks as if the Beacons want to talk this over, as Centrone has struggled with his first 2 batters of the day. While they do that, we'll step aside, be back with you in a minute. Welcome back. AJ, let's go. Digging in to the batter's box. 2 on, nobody out. Best opportunity so far today for the Jumbos to finally get on the scoreboard. No one has scored since the top of the first. And the crazy passed ball that occurred with the bases loaded. Timing play on. Back is McCullough without much concern. Burris on the turf has another timing play on, and McCullough just got back. Very nearly had him. Large gaps on that left side of the infield. Lisco showing bunt. That one outside for ball one. As we play a little game of cat and mouse here at Saul Gittleman. The 1-0. Outside for ball two. Cooper Smith waits on deck. Time called. And it's a pitch clock violation on the pitcher. Runs the clock 3-0. A really unfortunate mental error from Angelo Citrone. We'll see if Lisco has the green light. Doesn't matter. That one's upstairs and the bases are loaded with no one out. Cooper Smith up with the bases loaded. Has not had a homer on the year. What a time this would be to get a first. That one upstairs, ball one. And another meeting on the mound for the Beacons. As Meager wants to talk things over with the sophomore from Bethel, Connecticut. Looks in. A 2-0 now to Smith. Is Flair with a broken bat in a shallow right field. One down, Leonard being held. This game is tied. Cooper Smith with an RBI single. Something you do not see every day, especially on the collegiate ranks with the metal bats, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and that's what the Jumbos were there. And now it's James Henshin's turn with the bases loaded, nobody out. Bounced in there, nice block by Meager. Straight away center field. We'll see if the Jumbos send Leonard. The answer is yes. Relay bounced in. Leonard dives in, and the Jumbos have the lead. A really poor relay from the Beacons. The Jumbos catch them napping, and Henshin does his job, drives in Leonard. Jumbos take a 2-1 lead. Fleckner up to bat here with 2 on, 1 out now. As 2 runners have scored against Centrone in this bottom of the 5th. Bounced in there, 4-1. And another meeting on the mound, so it looks as if Centrone's day is done. A really tough outing for the sophomore. Got through a third of an inning, gave up 2, responsible for the 2 on the bases. The Beacon's going to change a pitcher. We'll be back in a few. Looks to salvage this inning here by sending out the ace of their pen. 9 innings pitched from the senior, has yet to give up a run. But he's going to have to get through the heart of the Jumbo order, as it is Henry Fleckner in a 1-0 count here with 2 on, as that one upstairs quickly 2-0. Here comes Set. And another time violation on a Beacons pitcher, the second of the inning. And once again, it'll run a count 3-0. Got to imagine Fleckner has the take here with the opportunity to. And the bases once again loaded, this time for the freshman Jack Kamen. The pitch to Kamen outside, ball 1. The 1-0 with ridiculous movement started at the shoulders of the freshman, ended up on the outside corner for strike 1. One bounced in there, picked up by Megan. 2-1 now the count. Off speed, catches the outside corner. Count even at 2s. The 2-2 cut on and missed. That one went up there and wiggled like a wiffle ball. Lawrence with the K. Bases loaded, 2 outs in what could be the defining at-bat of the day. Ball 1. Downstairs to the catcher. Line into center. 1 run scores. Flying around is Smith. Throw is on the money. Smith slides in. He is out at the plate. A big-time cut down from Williams. The Jumbos get 3, but the Beacons get out of the inning. We go to the 6th. 3-1 Bows. Wouldn't be March in Boston without Jack Edwards. As Jimenez steps in for, it'll be Jimenez, Gare, and Levine here in the 6th. With Edwards' release and where he's standing vis-a-vis, can dig in to the box. First pitch is a strike at the bottom of the zone. Hit well, straightaway center. Fleckner under it. 1 down. Look at strike number 3. Last time he... So an HBP for Brandon Gear with a nice safe gesture. Gonna have a little fun on this Tuesday. 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out. That one hammered. Shot out past the 370 sign. And the Beacons have tied it just like that. For Jacob Levine. The 3rd homer of the year for Levine, who leads. Breon Parker going to step in and pinch hit. Shot. 2 outs, sandwiching the 2-run jack for the Beacons leadoff man, who takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Bounced into the opposing batter's box for ball 1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now is the count. Delivers strike 3. The off speed for the leadoff. Levine, Laser through 5.5. 3 apiece. Will hop into center field, hit for in the top half of the 6th as Ozzie Fleischer steps. Second at bat. The count now to the grad student. Outside corner for strike 2. Lawrence comes set. Downstairs and the count runs full. Full count pitch is flared and caught with a nice outstretched glove from Boston Burris. The grad student third baseman showing off his range, denying Ozzie Fleischer his first hit of the day. Now is Jesse McCullough's turn. McCullough, the best hitter of the day for the Bows, has 2 hits in 2 ABs. Came around to score the first jumbo run of the day after getting a hit in the 5th. And takes that one for ball 1 inside. Hit one hard. Slack over with a nice defensive play. 2 down. Another nice piece from McCullough, but couldn't find a gap this time. And 2 quick outs for Lawrence. Leonard digs in, still looking for his first hit of the day. 0 for 2 so far with a walk. Came around to score on the single from Smith last inning. And before we do that, Lawrence is going to step off the mound and ask for time. That one well outside for ball 1. The 1-0 is outside, 2-0. Lisco on deck. He has been 1 for 1 with 2 walks today, reaching base every time. The 2-0 catches the inside corner for strike 1. Two one inside. 3-1 now for Ben Leonard, who can see the green line passing by on the train tracks and would love to send the ball out there. The 3-1 misses downstairs, and a 2-out walk drawn by the Jumbo's leadoff man. And if If there was a jumbo you would want up right now, it would be AJ Lisco. Has reached base every time he stepped into the batter's box today. Came around to score last time after walking in the 3-run fifth. Lawrence going to check on Leonard. Lisco hammers that one down the right field line. Leonard turning around. He will head into third. Lisco slams on the brakes. And AJ Lisco continues his perfect day. 2 for 2 for him and runners on the corners for Cooper Smith. Smith steps in. Has reached base twice today on a fielder's choice and a single. See if Stark thinks about sending Lisco here with the first and third situation on. That one outside for ball one. Henshin on deck. Check on the runner at first. Lisco dives back in. Smith sends that one skyward. Could be a play. And it bounces in foul territory. The Jumbos get an extra life. After Burris made that nice play to start the inning, he returns the favor for the Jumbos by letting that one drop after losing it in the sun. The 1-1 to Smith. Inside for ball two. The 2-1 sent back almost to the press box. The 2-2 now. Is swung on and missed. Lawrence escapes the jam. After 6 here in Medford, we're all even at threes. New inning, new pitcher, times 7. Matt Hirsch takes the bump in the 7th inning as he will face off against 3, 4, and 5 in the Beacons lineup. Starting with Boston Burris. Burris 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles and a K. And he takes that one in there for strike 1 from the lanky sidewinder. The 0-1 was not where it was intended. Matt Hirsch has yet to give up a run on the year. In his sole appearance, went an inning without allowing a batter to reach base. That one downstairs for ball 1 or ball 2, excuse me. The 2-1 to Burst is hammered to right center. That one is back, and off the wall. Fleckner tracks it down around the 400 mark, but Burris with the leadoff double, the first hit given up by Matt Hirsch this year. And just like that, the Jumbos are in a tough spot. Runner on second base, and the Beacon's best hitter in Williams coming up to bat. Before that happens, the Beacons want to talk some things over, maybe potentially set up a play on the base paths to move the runner over. But Williams has had himself a very good day, reaching all 3 times with a single, a walk, and a fielder's choice. And now Williams will dig in. Takes a look. That one outside for ball 1. The 1-0 catches the outside corner for strike 1. The 1-1 outside for ball 2. Two one misses away, and now a 3-1 count to the 3-hole hitter. The 3-1 is hit well. Leonard back on it, and he'll grab it for out number 2. Spikes the throw back in, but the runner not going anywhere. 2 down after a loud out here in the 7th. My apologies. I was out number 1 there on the line out from Williams. Meager now steps in with 1 on, 1 out. as Hirsch misses away once again. The 1-0 is in there for strike one. One cut on and missed by Meager. The senior steps in, 1-2 count. Hirsch takes a look at second, now comes home. Missed inside. Banner kept it in front of him despite dropping the ball. The 2-2. Flared into left center. Fleckner getting back on it. Runner set to tag. Fleckner will fire towards third. And relatively easily advancing will be Burris. 2 down where the runner moves up 90 feet. Miles will step in here. He is 0 for 1 on the day with 2 walks. Flew out to Fleckner last time up. Outside. Dropped there by Banner. The 1-0 is cut on and missed in spectacular fashion by Miles. The 1-1 is lined. McCullough can't get to it. And an opposite field single to give the Beacons the lead off the bat of Miles. Ryan Slack now will step in for his first AB of the day after coming in as a defensive substitution in the 6th. Runner picked off. Throw to Fleischer. He puts the tag down. Miles is caught, but not before the Beacons go back in front through 6.5. 4-3 UMass Boston. Lawrence back out there for a third inning of work. He'll have to face the heart of the Jumbos lineup, Henshin, Fleckner, and Gammon. Beacons once again have the lead here. Henshin's been quiet so far today. A single first time up before grounding into a double play and flying out, and he's going to make it 2 for 4 with a flare into shallow center to lead off the Jumbo 7th. See if the Jumbos think about playing a little bit of small ball here with Henshin speedy and Fleckner, their fastest guy, a very skilled bunter. He shows bunt. Don't think he pulled it back, but they're going to call it a ball. Shows bunt again. Can't get it in fair territory. That's a really good two-seamer with some inside run from Lawrence. Jumbos have a pinch hitter on deck in Owen McKiernan to hit for Kamen. Checking on the runner once again. Diving back in is Henshin. The 1-1. Fleckner keeps the bat up on a ball that was at his face and fouls it off for a bunt strike 2, which takes away the bunt option for the senior. Henshin with a sizable lead off first base. Lawrence comes set on the near side of the rubber. The 1-2 is flared and caught back behind second base there by Slack for out number 1. McKiernan now will step into the batter's box for his first AB of the day. He's another one who has struggled so far this year in 7 games, hitting 190 with only 4 hits and 1 run driven in. Another one of those who had a really great freshman year and has struggled to regain that form since. But now would be a great time to get it going. First pitch swinging, chopped it off his foot back to the pitcher. We'll do it all over. Lawrence out there on the mound. Everyone's struggling to see with the sun right now. Any ball hit towards the left side of the field in the air is going to be a nightmare to track. The 0-1. Bounced past the catcher. Taking a turn. Henshin will stop. They're going to say he cannot go past second base. The ball went out of play. So Henshin gets second base on the wild pitch. And a runner in scoring position for Owen McKiernan. The 1-1 is flared into right center. Henshin did not get a great jump. He's being sent now, held. Throw comes all the way through. And a wise decision to hold Henshin there on a good throw home from Kavea. Runners now on the corners for Nick Banner. McKiernan delivers. Runners on the corners with one down for Nick Banner. As the Jumbos looking to hop back in front here in the 7th. Got to imagine McKiernan is going to go on the first pitch. Does not. Instead, that one cuts across for a strike on Nick Banner. The 1-0 bounced in there. Nice stop by Meeker. The 2-0 runner going. That one bounced in there. It's 3-0 on Banner. Excuse me. Looks like there's a problem with the scoreboard. 2-1 is the count on Banner. 2 in scoring position for the freshman catcher. Down the right field line, hit well. That one headed for the corner. It is down in fair territory. Nick Banner gives the Jumbos the lead with an RBI double. The freshman who stepped in for Connor Bralla delivers in a big moment, and the Jumbos go back in front. Still more runs out there. The runner in scoring position, and the captain, Ozzie Fleischer, up to bat. Fleischer flares it into shallow right. Going back and getting under that one is Williams. 2 down. Jesse McCullough will step in here with 2 out and a runner on second. McCullough, 2 for 3 on the day, has hit the ball hard every time he's stepped up to bat. And time called by the pitcher. Upstairs, ball 1 to McCullough. The 1-0. Downstairs. McCullough not happy, but that's called strike 1. The 1-1. Downstairs for ball 2. Leonard's on deck. The Jumbo's looking to get an insurance run here in the 7th. The 2-1. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. The 2-2. Outside, and the count will run full on Jesse McCullough. Payoff. Fouled off. We'll do it all over again. Lawrence comes set. Fires. And McCullough spoils another good pitch. The third time home is going to end up once again in the parking lot. At this point, the Jumbos might just need to have someone stationed out there. Jesse McCullough seems intent on spoiling every good pitch from Logan Lawrence. Three-two. Chopped up the middle. Slack behind it, fires on at first. And they get out of the inning. Do the Beacons, but not before the Jumbos retake the lead. 5-4 after 7 in what has turned out to be a thrilling back-and-forth affair. Back to Medford. Back to the bullpen goes Brian Stark. Ronan Huang becomes pitcher number 8 on this gorgeous Tuesday afternoon in March. As apparently it's everyone in the bullpen's turn to get an inning today. Jumbo's holding on to a 5-4 lead. Huang has struggled so far this year in his 4 appearances with a 9.82 ERA. Has really struggled with location, giving up 6 hits, 4 runs, and 2 walks, while only recording 2 Ks. But a chance to redeem himself here in what has been a really solid pitching performance from the Jumbo's bullpen. It'll be the middle of the lineup here for the Beacons. Slack, Gear, and then the one to watch, Levine, who went yard his last time up. Slack in his first at-bat of the day. And chops that one foul. The 0-1. Downstairs for ball 1. The 1-1. Catches the top corner for strike two. Wang comes set with the 1-2, and Slack spoils a nice pitch. That one with a nice cut there from Slack. That goes down the third baseline foul. Chased down by a couple guys in the Jumbo's pen. The 1-2 for the third time is bounced in there. Would have been a really nice pitch if we were playing cricket, but unfortunately for Ronan Wang, we are not. A sophomore comes set with the 2-2. Rocks, fires, gets the K. A big-time pitch from Ronan Wang sends Slack to the wayside. Brandon Gear steps up. He reached last time up before scoring on the 2-run jack from Levine. Wang comes set. The 1-0 skied into center. Flechter should be under it. Fights the sun to get out number 2. And now comes what could be a defining at-bat in this game. Ronan Wang, the lefty, who has looked really good in his first 2 batters, against Jacob Levine, who sent a ball about 400 feet last time he stepped up to home plate. Wang not messing around, comes through, and gonna want that pitch back. The 1-0. Off speed that fooled Levine. That one well outside. Wang does not want to repeat the mistake made by Edwards. Hammered into right field, but foul. As Levine once again shows off that power. The 2-2 is hit well to left center. That is going back, but it's going to hang up in the wind. Fleckner under it, and the Jumbos are 3 outs away. Welcome back here to Saul. Get him a new pitcher on the mound for the Beacons. Ethan Nowak, the lefty from Hampton, New Hampshire, takes to the mound. He'll have to face the top of the Jumbos lineup. Ben Leonard, AJ Lisco, and Cooper Smith. Top half of the lineup's been very good so far for the Jumbos today. The three of them have reached base a combined 8 times in 12 at-bats. That one inside, 4-1 to Ben Leonard. Bounced in there. 2-0. The 2-0 flared back into the netting. The 2-1. Upstairs, Leonard ducks out of the way. Nowak comes out. And curves one in for strike 2 as Ben Leonard was tossing the bat. The payoff pitch. Ben Leonard took a pause there before tossing the bat on that borderline pitch. But in the end, the result the same. He's on first base with a walk. Lisco steps in. 2 for 2 with 2 walks. And 2 RBIs for the first baseman. Was trying to make it 7-4 with 1 swing, but did not get any of the ball. The 0-1 just misses away. The 1-1 is hammered to right field, but it's going to hang up for Gavea. AJ Lisco is just tearing the ball apart, but unfortunately, he found the glove of the right fielder that time. Check on the runner, back safely without much worry. Runner going. Good throw is skipped in there. No one was covering the bag anyway, as a stolen base snagged by Ben Leonard. So a runner in scoring position here for Cooper Smith as the Jumbos look for an insurance run. Grounded to short. Leonard is going. Throw is made in time there from Miles. 2 down as Leonard moves up 90 feet to third base. James Henshin now steps up. Had a big RBI single in his last at-bat. Would love to do the same here. Takes a swing. Wanted to hold up, but could not. In the ninth, for the Beacons, it'll be Parker, Gavea, and Burris. As that one catches the bottom of the zone for strike 2 on Henshin, who is very clearly shaking his head. He did not think that one caught the zone. The 0-2 to the freshman is golfed to short. Miles sets his feet, fires to first, and we go to the ninth with it still a one-run game. 9-1-2 coming up to bat for the Beacons as they look to keep this one alive. Welcome back to the ninth inning here at Saul Gittiman. Landon Mung, in his third collegiate appearance, being given the chance to go get the save against this Beacon squad. Both teams have shown a remarkable amount of resilience today, as the only time a lead since the fifth inning has lasted for more than an inning is the current one-run Jumbos lead. Incidentally, the Jumbos did have the only multi-run lead of this game at 3-1 after the fifth, a lead that lasted all of 2 batters. But the Beacons need at least one to keep this game going, and it looks like this inning's gonna start with a pinch hitter. Reed Burkett Schneider will step in for Parker, as the Beacon's gonna throw things at the wall and hope something sticks. First pitch catches the outside of the zone for strike 1. Mung gets set, fires, and puts it exactly where he wants it on the outside corner. 2 quick strikes to the lefty. Mung comes set, fires, misses away, but gets encouragement there from Nick Banner, who likes his location. Mung fires, chopped to McCullough. Stays down on the ball, fires to first. 1 down in the ninth. Gavea steps up. He has struggled mightily today. 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. Mung misses low on the first pitch to the right fielder. The 1-0. Catches the outside of the zone for strike one. That one in there. 1-2 now. As Mong looking to give Gouveia his third consecutive strikeout. That one, inside out swing that skidded into the Jumbo bullpen. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, and the Jumbos are an out away. Gouveia with his third consecutive strikeout. Last hope for UMass Boston is in Boston Burris. He scored in his last time up what was then the go-ahead run to put the Beacons up 4-3. He represents their last hope. Ball one outside. Mung misses away. 2-0 the count now on Burris. Williams on deck. The 2-0 is in there for strike one. Mung comes set. That one, it could be in play. Down the left field line. Chasing after it is Leonard. He has got it, and the Jumbos hold on here and take this one 5-4. With the win, the Jumbos move to 6-9. The Beacons fall to 10-5. And the Jumbos start the second half of their season in the win column, getting revenge on the Beacons for the 6-3 loss a year ago, and continuing their dominance here at Saul Gittleman. For all of us here, especially Sam Goldie up top, Max Antonini, our director, I've been Riley Daniel saying thank you for tuning into this JumboCast presentation of Tufts Baseball. Stay with us all weekend as we got 7 more games coming for you in the next 5 games. But until then, stay home safely.
I don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. You're so hypnotic, magical.